seen it all, from cubicle fights to the bathroom stall brawls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here. From the break room drama to the boss's here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here. So grab a seat, it's horror from here. Office gossip, Twitter jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. You jump, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Office gossip, career jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa have seen it all, from cubicle fights to the bathroom stall brawls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here. From the break room drama to the boss's here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here. So grab a seat, it's horror premiere.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of I Hate It Here. My name's Erika.
I'm Marissa.
Thank you for hopping on the Hotmess Express.
Aboard. Welcome to the Hotmess Express. Choo-choo.
All right, guys, we are back after taking a week off.
We did.
We did. It was unexpected, but it was very nice.
Yes.
We, fucking Helen. So Helen was supposed to be on the show last week, right? Last Thursday. And, you know, when we have guests on, like I always touch base with them beforehand, just like, hey, what do you need? Do you need anything from us? Do you need us to upload anything, whatever, right? So I'm in contact with them, like starting like Monday and, you know, leading up to the show day. She forgot, she tells me on Tuesday night that she forgot that she booked a date for Wednesday or for Thursday, I'm sorry, and that she can't make the show.
She's like, priorities, girls, priorities.
She's like, I have a date and it's content for the show and I cannot make it. I was like, what the fuck? So she's gonna come on next. It was also a little off, right? Because she hasn't been on for a couple months. She had to take some time off for her little side hustle, and she had like a lot of markets and fairs and stuff like that she was doing. So she had to take a month, 2 months off, it now feels like.
Yeah.
But anyhow, she wanted to come on earlier, forgot that she was going to come on earlier in the month because she usually does the last Thursday, whatever. So anyhow, she says she can't do it. She's said it's fine because that last week was crazy with what's happening in the world. You and I were very much not in a space to come on and pretend that nothing was happening. And not spiral over politics.
Yeah. It's been a heavy month, man. It's been, I don't know what happened in June, who touched what, who dug something from under the earth. I don't know what's happening, but June is wild. And you know, it was a hard week last week for sure.
It was very much so. And I know, you know, that we're like, even though you and I do, I do spiral on politics and every once in a while, but you and I try to keep it. This is like kind of our little safe space at the same time, right? Correct. But it was just, I couldn't fake it last week.
You couldn't fake
it last week.
Yeah.
We couldn't come on here and not fucking really spiral. So we decided mental health break.
Yeah.
And so I stopped looking at any, you know, since I always knew we weren't going to do the show. I stopped looking at social media and was really trying not to get to like angry about that stuff. So look at me. I was reading. I read 2 books.
Look at you.
I was just doing everything but trying to read the news.
Right. And sometimes it's needed. And that's not, I think one of the biggest things that we have to make sure that we do is we make sure that we are okay with our mental health. That's priority. But also that doesn't mean stick your head in the sand, right? It doesn't mean I can hide away from this forever. But sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need to disconnect. Sometimes you need to make sure you're okay, ground yourself to then be able to look at all of it, because it's a lot kind of coming at you all at once. That's one thing that I will say with social media. I don't know that I've been able to adjust to getting all of the information from
Mhm.
everywhere all at once. It's been a little overwhelming.
Yeah, no, it totally is. So I actually did hop on what because I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just given him my number, but Kendall and his wife came into Houston for
Oh, nice.
unfortunate. Yeah, they were here for unfortunate circumstances. They had
Hmm.
a family member that passed away, but we were in
Oh.
communication because I was going to meet them for dinner on Saturday.
Mhm.
But after, like, we're communicating through IG, and I'm like, why are we not talking through text? Like, this is crazy. So finally, I'm like, hey, we need, like, here's my number. Let's talk through that. So then I was really able to just not hop on at all on
Social
Saturday.
media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. So it was really nice.
Nice.
Like I said, look at me doing other stuff. Read 2 books. I'm half through another one. It was
Love
nice.
that.
Yes.
Nice.
And it was very nice to see Kendall again and Snarky. I love them so much. They are such great people. But let me tell you, they wanted, coming from California, I was like, what do you guys feel like eating? What do you feel like doing? They wanted Texas barbecue.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, but we were also meeting for dinner, and I don't know why I didn't think about it, just because there was a lot going on. I didn't think about
Yeah.
it. But like here in Texas, barbecue places run out of stuff and they shut
Yeah.
down the restaurant, right? Like, and of course I wanted to take them to like more of a mom and pop type barbecue place. I didn't want to take them to like one of the fast food, like, I don't know, they have
The
like,
chains. Yeah, the
yeah.
chains.
So trying to find something that was open that late. I called multiple places around the area that they were staying in, so that they didn't have to be driving through crazy Houston traffic and
Yep.
just having to drive 80 miles an hour on the freeways to get to a barbecue place. I was trying to
Yep.
find something locally in their area, and everything was shutting down, Marissa. It was crazy. I would call one place. Well, there was one place that I was like, I don't think they're open. And Kendall's like, I called, I reached out. They said they're open on Saturdays. I'm like, they're showing closed. And what happened? Yep, they ran out of meat. So
Yep.
they shut down. I mean, you guys, if you ever come to Houston, there's so many good barbecue places, but we're gonna have to get in line at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah, you guys got to come with a plan and stay in line, because this is not a place where you can roll up at 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon and get good barbecue. And I
No.
think that's the thing is good, authentic local barbecue. You're not going to be able to do that because they run out by like 2
Yeah.
o'clock. They're done.
Yeah, there was a spot that I wanted to take them to, which is in the area where they were staying. As a matter of fact, Marissa, your old stomping grounds in the Spring area.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
So it was within that area. They got a Michelin star.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to take them there. I'm like, oh, I want to go there. This looks good. Oh no, girl. That's why I was like, we're crazy to think that they were done by like 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so yeah, we gotta plan accordingly next time. But yeah, that's what's been happening here, guys. I don't really have a lot to like. I don't want to go off the rails ranting about what's been happening. I just can't.
I don't, but I will. I do have. First of all, happy Juneteenth.
Oh yes, yes.
Happy Juneteenth. Regardless of anything that's going out there in the world, we have to take the moments to slow down, celebrate, be grateful, and be thoughtful and mindful. So happy Juneteenth to everyone. Hope you all had a great holiday. If you had it off, if you didn't, it sucks. But I hope you have a great weekend. But I will say again, not to go off the deep end or anything, but again, please take a look at any special elections and local elections that are happening in your area. It's very, very, very important. I know sometimes it feels like those don't count, but they count the most, because your local, your local mayors, your local entities can actually do a lot of help pushing back all the way up, right? So it starts with community. So please take a look. There's a lot of special elections happening. I know San Antonio. I never thought I'd be cheering for San Antonio, guys. This is unprecedented. Me and San Antonio have beef.
Yeah, we do.
But I will say that very proud of them for electing their first LGBTQ plus mayor in the city. Female mayor in the city. So openly LGBTQ plus, part of the community of the LGBTQ plus. Super excited for them. And she was fighting an uphill battle, right? They had a very strong campaign from the opposite party, and they were going really, really strong. She campaigned. Most of the people were, most of her donors were local donors. Nothing from PACs, things like that. So again, it makes a difference. So please, please, please make sure you guys are taking a look at that. You guys are looking at those. I cannot express how big, and I used to be one of those guys. I used to be one of those that's like, my vote doesn't count. My vote doesn't make a difference. No, it really, really does. Your voice makes a difference. So if you're able to go out, not just voting, but if you're able to go out there and donate your time to all of these charities, to all these organizations that are helping people at this moment, at whatever organization of your choice, please do so.
Yep. And you were off for Juneteenth. I was not.
Yes.
It's my company, which I'm surprised because they're very like DEI heavy. Like they are all about inclusion and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm surprised I didn't have it off, but you were off, and my sister was off as well from her job. So you guys went out and took the boys to a cool little tour today. I thought for some reason when we were talking yesterday, for some reason I thought she was going to Galveston. I thought you guys were going to Galveston to the parade.
No,
they do a large parade out there for Juneteenth.
Yes, so they do a large parade. We were kind of debating back and forth, but we actually opted to go to a local tour of it's the Hispanic Heritage Association, where they actually have guided tours specifically for Juneteenth. So we got to visit some of the historic sites. One of actually the houses that are historic, and it's exactly where it was built back in the day with the history. So took the kids, your nephew and my boys, to go learn a little bit more about Juneteenth and specifically how it shaped Texas and in the area that we were in. And it was amazing. I will say, guys, it was hot as shit. Okay, so I highly recommend it to go early morning or afternoon, because I picked the wrong time and it was very, very hot. So
it is, yes. And I know you guys are like, oh, like little historic houses, because some of you guys are located in cities where people actually like keep their history within the city. Houston did not.
No.
In the 70s, got rid of all these historical buildings, like just really tore it down. So the little houses that you guys toured are like, there's nothing else that's like
that's original. And completely original from that time. Unfortunately Houston didn't do a good job at that. But it's very nice. So highly encourage. Learn so much about the lifestyle, and definitely something to be grateful for, right? Because you look at the way that they were living, the history, everything that comes in there, and you just look. And again, as I drive back towards our neck of the woods and I look at our housing and our way of life, I can't help but be grateful for everything. So again, guys, support your local associations. If you guys I'm sure community has their own historic sites. Make sure you guys are actually going and doing those tour museums. They're super fun and you learn so much.
Look at you, Marissa, empowering the people. I know, and now we're gonna totally switch gears and go back to our fucking bullshit.
Because we have to. It's too much grown-upness for me for one day. Okay, I have to counteract it with some crazy.
We got to go back to the shenanigans. We can't. This is too crazy. So that being said, we didn't mention it at the top of the show, but it's a Fluggy week. It's a Go Flug Yourself week. Yeah. So I was looking at the time. Let's get him up. If we have time at the end, then we'll jump to the workplace story that I was going to read. If not, we can just push it to another show. But is he on?
He is not on yet. So Fluggy, if you want to jump on, That would be awesome.
All right, let's play the little intro video while he hops on.
All right.
Go flug yourself, it's time to learn pop culture vibes. It's your turn. Millennials, millennial, what's the buzz? Flug's here to teach you just because. Go flug yourself, it's the show. Trends and throwbacks, here we go.
Hey, Flug.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Good. what am I, like a little chihuahua?
No. Did it sound like that?
Like hey buddy. Hey buddy.
I was gonna say bestie, and I don't know why I said buddy.
That's okay.
It just came out. But no, you're
I'll
not.
go with it. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Better this
That's
week.
good.
Yeah.
Last week we were a hot mess. You would have
Yes.
gotten angry Marissa and Erika.
Angrier than usual?
Angrier, and that's scarier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to cover up. I'm showing too much skin right now. Hold on.
I know. I was like, look at you being all provocative.
Oof, I usually charge for this stuff.
And I thought it had something to do with what we're going to talk about. Which, by the way, when we have guests on, I never know what you guys are going to talk about because I want that wow factor that Marissa gets. I want it in return. Like, I want to be in the dark, right? Of what you guys are going to talk about. So you've sent me some stuff over like throughout the Go Flug Yourself segments, and I kind of get where you're going to go with this, but totally don't know what the fuck and where you're going with what you sent me
Well,
today.
Yeah, I wish I could make it a lot more secretive, but obviously I have to send you the media for the show. But yeah, should we just go right into it?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
unless you want to rant about something, or you gotta get
How's
something
your
off.
week going?
Yeah.
Well, I think I've said the last few times I've been on here that work has really been kicking my ass, and it really still has. But they really did. They gave me today off, so I feel great.
Nice.
So, I went and did some stuff in the morning, and I literally woke up like half an hour ago from a nap. So,
Oh, nice.
so I feel
Love
like
that.
a brand new Flug. So
I love
Nice. I like it. And I'm jealous
Yeah.
that you can nap. I'm not a napper.
no,
that.
it's I try not to, but sometimes you just gotta, you just gotta lay your
can't.
seat ass down.
Look, I can't. I'm old, and it throws my sleep schedule off, and then, and then I'm
That's true.
angry.
That's
Doesn't
fair.
work.
But yeah, I'm great. Thank you for asking. Let's get into it, I think.
All
if that's
right,
okay with you
good.
guys. Okay, I always like to ask a question before we get into our topic to you guys. Do you guys like to read books?
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite genres?
Oh, I don't know. I read everything from like biographies to like science fiction to like light fiction, and yeah, I kind of go through it all.
All right. And then Marissa, you told me on Instagram that you love smut, correct?
I love what?
Smut?
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Damn it, I tried to get you. So,
I'm a mom, Flug. I say no immediately.
Wait,
So-
smut, SMUT. You know what smut is?
No?
Like,
it's basically like horny literature. So,
Oh.
so like 50 Shades of Grey, right, is like probably the most famous smut book there is. It's basically just like,
mhm.
a story that has a lot of like sex and crazy shit entwined in it. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, Marissa probably not, but Erika, you go on TikTok.
I love how
lot.
he's like, you haven't seen this.
Erika, you're on TikTok a lot, so I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been an upsurge in people's interest in smut and like sex related
I
writing
have
and
not
literature.
fallen into that part of. I sometimes fall into book talk because that's what they call it.
Mhm.
But I have not gotten into smut book talk.
Got it.
No.
There is this series of books I forget the author, but I know that one of the book names is A Court of Thorns and Roses or some shit like that.
Okay.
Which is apparently like a fantasy smutty book series that a lot of people are into right now.
So get this. Wait, I have to stop you real quick. So my when I was in San Francisco, one of my coworkers, she reads it like we'll go back and forth on like you got to read this book, you got to read this book.
Yeah.
And she gave me the hard copy to bring home. She's like, I finished it on the flight. She's like, you got to read this. And I more like I didn't ask her any more questions because it was our last day and we were like in the office with our suitcases. She was grabbing something out of there and she like tossed it at me, right? And I didn't have time to ask her more, but I thought it was going to be more Game of Thrones style. But it's sitting on my nightstand and I have yet to start it because I haven't read, like, I read a lot of books, but I read them on like Kindle.
Right.
And it's just been sitting there because it's like a real book and I need a little light for it. I don't know. I just haven't read it, but tell me all about it.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that one. But it's trending. I think it's kind of, like I said, made smut a trend right now.
Okay.
What I wanted to do was kind of like dive into other smut related stories. I have 3 here who that I found, and I kind of want to read you guys the plot of each book, and have you guys tell me if you are, 1, willing to read the book, and 2, into it, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
How does
All
that
right.
So
You want me to
Erica,
put up
if
the
you
first
want
picture?
to, yes, please, thank you.
This is a correct one, right?
Yeah. All right, you guys. So this is Morning Glory Milking Farm, a book by an author named C.M. Nascosta. Let's give Marissa a quick second to digest this cover.
I'm sorry. The Morning Glory threw me for.
The milking farm is what I can't get past. Like,
Yeah. Well, the milking farm is a big part of it.
I'm like, I see titties and then milking farm. What's happening?
It makes you wonder which character is the one getting milked, right?
Yeah.
But let me read you guys this summary of the plot real quick, all right? And you guys let
Okay.
me know. So Violet is a typical down on her luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated and drowning in debt, on the verge of moving into her parents' basement. When a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in neighboring Cambric Creek, she has no choice but to grab at it with both hands. Morning Glory Milking Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef, with the manly, meaty endowments to match. Milking minotaurs isn't something Violet ever considered as a career option, but she's determined to turn the opportunity into a reversal of fortune. When a stern, deep-voiced client begins to specifically request her for his milking sessions, maintaining her professionalism and keeping him out of her dreams is easier said than done. But, but Violet is resolved to make a dent in her student loans and afford name brand orange juice. And a one-sided crush on an out-of-her-league Minotaur is not part of her plan. Unless her feelings aren't so one-sided after all. Morning Glory Milking Farm is a short human monster romance novel featuring a high heat, slow burn with a lot of heat and is guaranteed HEA. Do you guys want to hear the content warnings?
guaranteed
Sure.
HEA? What's that?
I think it's like a meat thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Content warnings include cock milking, non-human anatomy, size difference, and a lot of fluid. So, just to clarify what this story is about, a A broke millennial girl needs money and she gets a job milking minotaurs, which you guys know what minotaurs are, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
um,
crazy.
yeah, and I guess she starts falling in love with one of them, and he's not interested, but then he kind of is. So what are we thinking here, ladies? Is this hot?
This is a hard pass. This is I don't think I can get off on this. That's
I don't think so. I think I'd be laughing like a child that I am. And also, I'd be questioning a lot of things, like why are millennials catching strays in these books? Like this broke millennial that's in student debt can't afford name brand juice. Like, dang.
I like I like how important of a point that was. It's like, oh, she has to buy off-brand orange juice. It's like,
I
God damn it.
she's
know. I'm like,
no water brand. It's not the
That just makes it seem like she's really not that broke. She just wants to afford better shit.
she, she wants the real Oreos. She doesn't want the fake ones.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So now, from each of you, if I can get a 1 to 5 rating on how likely you guys are to read this book.
One. Easy one.
Come
Yeah.
on, guys. Give it a
No.
chance. What if you like it?
No.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna pass. You know
No.
what? And I glanced at the chat real quick, and I saw that Adam had put that we should start like a smut book club. But Snarky, Kendall's wife, who was just here, she actually has one. They actually do have one. They started with The Coldest Hoe Ever.
Oh.
I did not participate.
Okay.
I don't know if I know they read a second book. I don't know if they're on the third, but I have not participated. But I would rather
Well,
participate in The Coldest Hoe Ever than Morning Glory Milking Farm.
No.
so it's funny that you bring up the coldest hoe ever because there's something related to that story coming up in the middle. But but yeah, you guys, I don't know. I feel like I would want to read this for research purposes.
For science. For
For
science.
science. I just like
No.
I like to give everything a fair chance.
That's how I ended up
Maybe
with 2 kids. No.
Also, Pete makes a point right here. I think this is bestiality. This is not for me.
Yeah.
Well, just don't think of it that way.
Like Beauty and the Beast, also, I wasn't into that.
All right. Well, unfortunately, beast smut is
What's hot?
evidently a very huge genre. So much so that I couldn't really like avoid not adding a second beast smut book
Okay.
on this list. So Erica, if you want to bring up image number 2. So
Is that it? Oh yeah, that is it.
oh, this is the this is the Orc from The Office by Kate Pryor. And then I just want to make sure we're all understanding what's going on here. You guys know what an orc is, right?
I don't know what an orc is.
No, I don't know what an orc is.
Have you guys ever watched Lord of the Rings?
Mm-hmm.
So those really ugly, gross, like goblin monsters that they fight against.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those are orcs. So
Is that why they're not showing the face? What's happening?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, compared to the orcs in Lord of the Rings, he looks a bit sexier than.
I mean,
but
he works out.
he sure does. He's also like 2 feet taller than her, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't really need to get on her knees. She just needs to squat a little.
Kick off the high heels.
Exactly, right? So that's kind of a win.
Yeah.
She just needs to look down a little. All right. So I'm gonna read you guys the plot here. So mate bonding with a coworker is against company policy, accidentally or not. Janice knows better than anyone that entanglements with coworkers are risky business. But when Janice accidentally breaks a coworker's nose, she finds herself unexpectedly mated to an orc. And under Monster Resources scrutiny, Kent from the IT department is quiet and nerdy, despite the tusks. Tusks. Um, his emails are overly wordy. He won't stop apologizing, even though she's the one who broke his glasses. Clearly, got clearly fate got this one wrong. All Janice has to do is stay away from Kent until the bond dissipates. Easy enough, right? Except her company laptop chooses this week to need the orc from the IT department repeatedly. She accidentally. Okay, this is the
This is
confusing part.
so stupid. I'm sorry. Like, I'm
dumb.
so out. It's not even funny.
This is the confusing part here. She accidentally clicks on orc porn at work and has to take remedial fishing training with Kent. Their bond will keep pulling them back together until it is completed. All right. So to clarify, this woman's coworker is an orc that works in the IT department. She accidentally breaks his glasses, and for some reason that triggers like his mate, like wanting to be with her. Right? It's like his
Meeting call?
right. And so she's all like, all I really have to do is not talk to him until that goes away, and then we're good. But she can't because her laptop is broken, and he's the only one in the office that can fix it.
Because she's looking
So
at orc porn. I don't know.
that's the weird part. Maybe she got curious. Maybe
Like,
she's like,
accidentally. How do you just accidentally click on orc porn on your office laptop?
well, sometimes you try to pull up your Gmail at work, and it pulls up Pornhub, and it's just like, oh, god damn it, this again.
And
Now I
it,
have to
and it
go to the
selects a
bathroom.
specific category too.
She double
So
clicked too fast.
That or her FBI agent is on point with the ads.
Yeah.
so they're kind of stuck, right? They're kind of stuck in a thing that potentially will make them fall in love. Is this hot?
No.
Again, no.
But look at his muscles.
No.
He's so muscly.
No, I just like I don't know. It can't. The writing, I can't. Like, it must be horrendous. I don't know.
I think from the description that they put on it, like
Mhm.
if it had better writing and a better plot, maybe. But it's just it's like bad 90s porn. Like the pizza delivery guy. You know what I mean? Like it's just dumb. It makes no
Like
sense.
very, very circumstantial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't.
So you don't like 90s porn, Marissa?
I do not. No.
Isn't
Just
that
to
very
clarify.
important?
Just no.
All right. So readability from 1 to 5.
A 1 again.
1.
I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I
guys,
know.
What
you guys
about
need to
you,
open
Flug?
up.
What
Wait,
about
What?
yeah?
You
You're
have
giving
to.
yourself.
Yeah.
So the last one would have been a 4. Hold on.
It
I'd
was
be
like titties
lying.
and milking. I like it. I'm in.
I'd be
Mhm.
lying if I said I wasn't at least curious. Okay.
Okay.
This one sounds kind of funny. I would probably do like another 4 on this one. You guys gotta know that Flug over here, I do shit just for the shits of it sometimes, just to like see what's up. And if I like it, I like it. Who knows? Maybe it's better than we think. Trying so hard to keep a straight face.
I know. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's not
I
better
would
than we
pass.
think. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? And you can't say neither.
Okay.
Who's hotter, the Minotaur or the Orc?
The orc. Easy call.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I can't
Marissa?
like. No, the Minotaur is like what, half horse, right? No,
Half
that's
bull.
bull. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
The hoofs are a turn off. I can't do that.
Okay, the hooves are a turn off. Too loud. Too loud on the hardwood.
Yep.
And Daydreamer saying, "Don't judge. I've clicked on unspeakable things, Choo." I mean, I'm sure you have, DD. I'm sure you
Yeah.
have.
I mean, He's right. I'll be completely transparent here. I've read a few things on Tumblr.com here and there that
Mhm.
aren't bad. They're 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 well written. They're exhilarating. But we're gonna move on from that now.
Okay.
From
Um,
bestiality and and I don't know what you would call it, or sex,
monster porn. I
monster
don't
porn.
know. All right, and then I have one more for you guys here. This one doesn't involve beasts, but it might involve a heavy amount of sinning. So let me get image number 3 here. So the,
Is it
this is
like straight up?
this is Pastors Eat Pussy Too by
It's like she's
Quan
doing
Mills.
wax. He's gonna go in there and just like
He looks concerned.
yeah, like they should have had her at least like on all fours. It's like something I don't know. Like that just looks like she's about to get wax. He's gonna-
Well, she's about to get something. So the reason I mentioned earlier that the coldest hoe ever would be important is because Quan Mills, the author of this, is also the author of sorry, there's a dog outside. Of the coldest hoe ever. And he actually has a very long list of books that he has written.
okay.
So I would encourage you guys to read just the titles of his books. They are amazingly hilarious and funny. But this one here we have, like I said, Pastors Eat Pussy Too, and the reason I say that is because it's spelled like that. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I chose this as a topic.
I think it's great.
Yeah. Quan be writing. Quan do be
I'm
writing.
laughing.
Oh, and you know what's funny about Quan Mills too is that if you follow him on TikTok, sometimes he'll go live and read his stories. It's very entertaining.
He just live readings like
He does. All right. So let's see what this one's about. So Nashana Nunu Spearman, a local Chicago.
not Nunu with the position like that. Like I just can't. Okay.
Okay. Deep breaths, everyone. Okay. Nashana Nunu Spearman, a local Chicago native, lives her life by one simple rule: use what you got to get what you want.
Oh,
She's
he did the neck roll with it.
she's a certified bad bitch that knows how to use her honey to make money. But when one of her many honey money making plans falls through, she suddenly finds herself having to live normally for once. The prospect of prison forces her to take a plea deal that requires community service. That's how she ends up in the company of a popular South Side Chicago pastor who is also running for mayor of the city. One thing leads to another. Nunu finds herself scheming and scamming once again. But will her plan backfire? Find out more in Pastors Eat Pussy Too. So this one leaves a little bit more to the imagination, but what do we think about Nashana, who apparently can't stay out of trouble and wants to bang a priest?
She's just trying to get that coin. She's a bad bitch.
She's a bad bitch.
She is a bad bitch.
Can't hate.
And
Can't hate on a bad bitch.
so bad that she's making one of God's toughest soldiers turn on his.
Well, he's not a priest. It'd be
What's the-
different if he was a Catholic priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, right? I mean, that can't look good.
Pastors get married, no? And
They eat pussy too.
They eat
the title.
pussy too.
Prove it. No, just
They're
kidding.
not married to God like priests are. No, they can eat pussy. Let them have it.
So this pastor on the cover appears to be human and not a bull or an orc. So is this more enticing to you guys?
From the last two, yes,
Mhm.
but to pick it up and read it, no.
Okay, damn it. I'm trying to like convince you guys here. So this one
Convince us to read Smut.
of the three, I feel like this one would make the better movie. Would you guys watch a movie of Pastors Eat Pussy too?
I'd watch the movie.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
What, Marissa?
wouldn't that just be porn? With
Yeah.
a plot?
You got me there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, maybe. Then I
Hey,
couldn't
they
watch
turned
it.
50 Shades of Grey into a.
Which was soft porn. I mean,
That book was horrible, by the way.
I've never read or seen 50 Shades of Grey.
Me
Should
neither.
Yeah.
I've never read the book or saw the movie.
Oh no, I read the book. Yeah.
I do like Dakota Johnson, but I don't know if I like her enough to watch that movie, honestly. So yeah, okay. So now we have that one on a scale of 1 to 5. What are we thinking here?
To the others, a 3.
Based on
Okay.
where we're at, yeah, 3.
Okay,
Middle, 2 to 3.
I'll take
yeah.
that. I feel like I accomplished something there. So,
What about you, Flug?
I would read this one 100% 5 because I really want to know.
He's not 5.
I mean, this girl must be super hot, right? To want to, or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe not.
Or he's just confident.
Maybe he's just a weak man. But
Maybe Fluggy just needs pointers on eating pussy.
me?
No.
How dare you? First of all, I'm saving myself for marriage, so I know nothing about those things. I don't know anything about this. But yeah, all right. Well, that was our 3 stories there. I hope that was fun for you guys.
That was hilarious.
That was funny.
I
Wait,
did
but
not know where we were going with this.
we gotta ask the chat though. We
Oh,
didn't ask the chat
yeah.
the rating. Which one would you guys choose to read? Let us
Well,
know in the comments.
Adam said he already read Morning Glory Milking Farm. He said it was the best
Fair.
thing he's ever read. He said it was like needs to be an A24 movie, like masterpiece, you know, all around. So shout out Adam for that research.
Maybe
Thank
a
you.
Cinemax series.
They should.
Maybe.
HBO.
It's back to HBO. Yes.
Yeah.
They've gone back to calling themselves HBO. That's what I'm saying. Max. Remember they used to do that soft porn or the Skinemax.
Yeah.
So maybe they can do a series.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah. Starring Timothy Chalamet and Sydney Sweeney or something. So yeah, should we move on to
Wait.
our...
Is this? I'm assuming he meant to say orcs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what cracks me up.
So, because if not, I have a lot of questions.
Talking about Shrek, and we now moved on to Shrek sex. Like, what's happening right now?
I was like, what is happening?
Dude, imagine like a Shrek like smut book. That'd be crazy.
Well, you know that they have smut books on the fairy tales.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Like Cinderella and shit like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Like really, I personally did not read them, but I had a friend tell me that they were very dirty. So maybe I might have to go back and read them now that we're talking about them. I totally forgot about them until right now.
Do they have one of like Hercules?
I wonder if they're on Libby, available through Libby.
Do they have a Hercules one? Because Hercules and Meg are arguably the hottest Disney characters there are. But I guess I'll do my own research on that.
Well, Marissa, we had some people vote.
Yes. It looks like, well, we know what Adam picked. We all know. He said 2 and 3. It looks like Gerardo says, I choose 3. Let's see. Airstream Queen Michelle says she chooses 2 orcs. So it looks like orcs and pasture. And you know,
nobody's down for
nobody's down for except for Adam. I think Pluggy said.
That was just to clarify. I made that up. So
which, to be fair, she did have big titties in the cover. So I mean, I could see it.
Yeah, I mean.
That could sway a person.
That'll make anything better, I think.
I know.
Can sway a person.
Yeah. Well, cool. Should we move on to our music review segment here?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do you need a second, Erika?
No, I'm good.
Erica's all like, my oh my.
Getting the papers.
Turn myself on. What did Michelle say? No milking breasts or pastors for me. Oh,
Beast.
so Michelle's an
Beast.
orc girl.
Milking
Yes.
bees.
Yeah.
Not breast, beast.
Oh, beef. My bad. My bad. Okay. I see what I want to see, I guess. So let's move on here, you guys. You ready?
Wait,
Mhm.
before we move on, I'm sorry. Now I gotta put this in there because with maybe that's what we can do, guys. Chat GBT, we can just start writing some soft porn with these princesses and gods. They're open to IP. Anyone can use them for whatever. Mickey is open to IP too. No, not Mickey.
No.
No.
I'm gonna
We
write
gotta draw
a.
the line somewhere, guys. We gotta draw the line somewhere.
I mean, Donald's already not wearing pants, so maybe let's go.
I'm gonna write a Mulan and Hercules one. I think that
Do
would be
it.
fun.
Exotic. I like it.
And then you
Yeah.
can go on TikTok and start reading it to the fan base.
It's good times.
All right, let's move on to the music.
All right.
Sounds good. It's enough nonsense for one day. All right, you guys. So let's move on to our music lightning review round. To remind everyone, we have trash rating, mid rating, and then our fire rating here. Weirdly enough, you guys, there weren't any trash for me this time around. So
Okay.
this sign here might be out.
I was very happy to not have any country this week.
Well,
Well,
Or
In
did
a
you
way.
kick it off?
in a way. That's a good segue because our first song here, Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. I wouldn't say it's a country song. I think it's more like bluegrassy almost.
mhm.
The instrumentals are definitely a bit more yeah, I guess like bluegrassy, like the guitars and stuff like that. Her vocals are as well. Obviously it has her pop twist to it. But I would say it's potentially country adjacent. But I don't hate it. I think that my personal love for Sabrina Carpenter has grown quite a bit over the last year. Where at first I was like, her music's whatever, but then I have listened to her more and more, and I actually like her music a lot. I actually have a vinyl
Oh, look at you.
from so yeah, and I think that's why for Manchild, I would rate it maybe like a mid, because I don't hate it. I don't think it's her best song. I think compared to what was on that last album, it's not super on par with those. But I still enjoy it. I still like it. Her vocals are great. Her silly little horny self is fun. So I would give that song a solid mid.
Okay.
All right. Seth,
I don't like it. I mean,
you're giving it trash?
I am. I am.
Trash.
I am giving it trash just because I think she has better songs. I don't think this is compared to the other songs that I've heard from her. And
Mhm.
keep in mind, I haven't heard all of her music, but I feel like she has better songs. This one just didn't feel. I think I heard her trying to pop in that like poppy thing, and it just didn't go well with the song itself. So that's why I'm giving it trash. I like Sabrina Carpenter. I like some of her music. I didn't like this one. What
Fair.
about you?
I thought it was fire. I like this little Polly Pocket, this little horny Polly Pocket.
Yes.
She has grown on me. I love pop girlies, and I'm a fan. I like her. The first listen, I was like not into it. I listened to this the 5 songs that you gave us. I listened to it like 4 times. Just to like
Nice.
so because the first couple times I was distracted. Then I like sat through it today, and then I was at the gym today, and I had it while I was like hitting the treadmill. But I thought it was fire. I like her. I like her. I like her little. I like that everybody's in an uproar because of her new album cover.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy to me, but I like that she's controversial. I like that she's not afraid to say fuck in her songs. I like her. I like that she's a horny little Polly Pocket. I'm down for it.
Yeah, me too. People, I was telling my girlfriend the other day, like, I wish on Instagram there was a whiny little bitch filter where I can just like turn it on and stop listening to people complain about every little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the arguments for why they hate the album cover is so stupid to me, but whatever. I don't care. Um, she's great. She's awesome.
Wait, I haven't seen it. So what's the controversy about?
So she has a new album coming out later this year, right? And on the cover, it's her like on all fours, looking at like the camera, I guess. And then she has like, I guess like a belt like around her neck, and then there's like a man kind of slightly off frame, and he's holding the belt. And then the album is named Man's Best Friend. So I guess people are upset because she's like in a way like objectifying herself, or like
That it's pushing
pe-
women back.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
people are saying that she's setting women back like 100 years, which I don't know. It's a little silly. Um, she to me it's very clearly like an ironic thing, right? Like an ironic image, like especially with the song Man Child, where she's talking shit about like useless men and stuff. Like I think it's just, she knows what she's doing, so
Oh
it's
dang,
common.
Adam came in strong. He said, "Nobody talk about my little horny Polly Pocket." I like her. I
said whenever I do that every day. Look at her.
look at you. I like that. I love that for you, Medusa. I love that for you. I don't know. I think saying she's setting women back 100 years is like, come on now. We live in a society where we run around with women basically as they should when they have those banging bodies with their titties out and their ass out and doing everything that they want to do, and we're gonna draw the line here. Like, come on. It
Exactly.
feels ridiculous.
I always tell people, like, when it comes to like women showing their bodies, like men spend their lives actively chasing a moment where they can see a titty or like a butt cheek pop out, right? That's all they're ever looking for, all the fucking time. And then a girl will willingly show her boobs, and they're like, fuck, no, you can't do this, you can't show your body. Like, what the fuck? Is like, what do you guys want then, right? Like,
They're like,
what's going
whore.
on
Look,
here?
shame.
Whore.
But also walk again.
and then they go home and jack off to their Pornhub. So but yeah, sorry, not to go off on a
No, I love that.
tangent
No.
there.
All right, let's move on to the second song.
All right.
All right, so we have Love Me Not by Raven Lene. This song is trending on TikTok. When I make these lists, I like Erica said, you kind of listen to it a few times. Each time I was coming up on this song, I could not remember what it was or what it sounded like. It's To me, it's relatively unforgettable, but or not unforgettable, sorry, relatively
forgettable.
forgettable. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Um, but it's not bad, right? Like it's not necessarily annoying or a bad song. I think it's just like really whatever in the world, but it is trending on TikTok, so there's got to be something that people like about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a mid. Like I said, not a terrible song, but also relatively forgettable. Like I doubt this is gonna be remembered in a week or two. So yeah.
I'm gonna say mid because you can. It wasn't awesome. Like it wasn't again like a fire song. Like it was okay. Like you said, it took me a while. Like I was like, oh shit, wait, what song was that again? Had to go back to because it is a little forgettable. But then, kind of like around the third time, I'm like, hey, you could kind of throw ass to this. So that's what.
That was its redeeming quality.
Yeah, it's like it's not all bad. You could throw a little ass. I like it.
Yeah.
Erica's booty starts jiggling. She's like, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah. So wait. Yeah, I
that's
agree.
fair.
Mid. It's
yeah.
generic. It's not bad. It's not the worst we've ever heard, but it's also nothing about the song catches your attention. Like it's one of those like background noise almost that you could
Yeah,
just go through and nothing about the song is going to catch your attention. So
very,
yeah.
very much so. I agree. And I don't know who Raven Lene is either, so who
Oh
knows?
yeah.
Maybe she's up and coming or something. But
Maybe.
yeah,
Mhm.
let's move on to number 3 here.
And we're
This
getting a
okay,
lot of mids in the chat.
Yes.
Mhm.
okay,
Okay.
fair. Okay, number 3 surprised me quite a bit. Addison Rae, um, who just released an album on Friday, has "Fame Is a Gun," which is her I guess like the trending song off of that album right now. I was talking to Nikki, and we were both surprised, I think, by her music, considering up till now, all her music was very bland and like generic and not interesting. This new album that she has out, Addison, is actually has a pretty good amount of bangers on it, in my opinion. I was pleasantly surprised. I take back calling her mediocre a year ago. Sorry, Addison. But I thought the song is fire. It's great. It's very similar to the rest of the music on this album, where a lot of it sounds like late 90s, almost like, I don't know, like avant-garde pop or something. It's very airy while still having like that kind of steady pop beat to it. But I think if you guys like heard some of the vocals on a lot of the record, you would understand what I mean. um, but yeah, I think this is fire. I think Addison's doing. She changed up her vibe a little bit, and she's doing great.
Yeah, I didn't listen to the entire, or like I haven't listened to her album. I haven't really listened to a lot of her tunes. I thought it was very mid. I thought it was very, like you're talking about her vocals on it. I'm like, okay, girl, get that bag, use that auto tune. Um, Good for her, right? Like she has moved off of TikTok, is now doing her thing on the main stage. I mean, but I thought it wasn't horrible. Like it wasn't complete garbage, but it was very mid for me.
Fair.
For me, I will side with Fluggy on this one. I think it was fire for her. Does that make sense? Like this is one of the better songs.
For her standards.
For her, I think this is one of the best songs that I've heard from her, because others that I've heard have been very I don't like it. I like where she's trying to go. I think she's not quite there yet. I think she's in this like moving away from trying to be poppy girly, that didn't quite work out. I think she's trying to move into trying to find her own kind of niche.
Yeah.
And again, not overarching compared to other pop girlies like Sabrina Carpenter, like others. Definitely mid, below mid, but for her, I think this is one of her better ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. She's still young too. I think she has a lot of growing and stuff to learn about music. So yeah, I think she'll get there. And I do encourage you, Erica, to listen to the whole record. I think you might like it a bit better and enveloped in the kind of the context of the whole record.
Hmm.
So yeah, let me know if you do.
Okay.
All right, moving on to one of Erica's faves here.
She is.
Um, so we have "End of the World" by Miley Cyrus. She has a new record out as well that came out, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, I think. And I guess "End of the World" is one of the top tracks on it. You guys know I don't really like Miley's vocals. I never have. Um, but there's something interesting she's doing with her music now, where I feel like she's putting a lot more detail into her instrumentation and kind of like what her influences are. This song I thought was good, mid. I did enjoy it. I think like I said, the instrumentals are great. It has very much kind of like an older, excuse me, sorry, like classic feel to it. But then kind of mixed in with the Miley kind of grit that her vocals bring to it. Still not a huge fan of her singing, but I think that like the way that the song sounds, I'm able to put her vocals, you know, spare a little bit of the hate for them. So I thought it was mid. I thought it was a fun listen. Not blowing me away or anything, but what do you guys think?
I love Miley. Her, I know. I'm like, is Flug gonna come on here and drag her 2 weeks in a row? I mean, or 2 months in a row? Because I'll fucking go back to San Francisco.
No.
But I thought it was fire. I have to go so much so that I listened to her album the day it came out, and I was not like that impressed with it. I know Nikki has been loving the album. She's putting a lot on her Instagram stories. She's down for it.
Yeah.
So I've been meaning to go back to it, but now with this song, I definitely have to go back to it. I thought it was fire.
Okay.
Mhm.
I love Miley. She's fire. I love her. I miss crazy Miley with a wrecking ball and twerking with a foam finger. I miss that Miley. I do. But I love this new evolved Miley too. So I fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm appreciating about her more recent music. It's a lot more mature
Mhm.
and, like I said, a bit more thought out than some of her, kind of like mid-career type shit. And yeah, like I said, like I said, Erica, like I don't like Miley as an artist, but I'll give anything a chance, and I'll give anything a fair chance. I'm not gonna um, talk shit when like there is some type of redeeming quality about something. So mid.
Okay.
Mid. All right, and then to round it out here at number 5, we have "Never Enough" by Turnstile, and I know that Nikki, Katie, you, Erica, Adam have all said that this Turnstile record is fucking fire. I think so as well. It is very similar to their last record, "Glow On," but this record is like "Glow On" is like a really good pizza, and this new record, "Never Enough," is like that same really good pizza, but with extra good toppings on it, if that makes sense. Because it's a lot of the same stuff, but they definitely took a way more like artsy, um, almost like atmospheric approach to their music. This song, "Never Enough," is, I think, the perfect example of like the record as a whole. It's a really good a really good like at conveying what you're gonna hear throughout the album. It's not my favorite on the album. There's definitely like way better songs on here than this one. One of them being the song called Sun Shower, Soul, Birds are probably my favorite, but "Never Enough" is still a very good song, and I would give it a fire.
This album is so fucking good. It is
It is.
so good. As a matter of fact, Marissa, I think your oldest would like it. It is really, really a good album. I don't know their prior albums. I never listened to them. This was the first time I mean, maybe you guys have played them on some of your station head shows or,
Yeah.
maybe caught some of their songs, but I can't pin a song to them like
Mhm.
before this, right?
So
Um,
they started very hardcore punk.
mhm.
In their first few albums, they were like hardcore punk, like definitely heavier, not like metal like heavy, but definitely faster, more aggressive. They have kind of evolved into more. I wouldn't even call it mainstream because it's not mainstream, but definitely more like alt rock, mixing in influences of like
Mhm.
almost like almost shoegaze. They have a few moments there where they have kind of like African beat type parts. I don't know. It's really cool. This album and the last one, like I said, they kind of go hand in hand. I would encourage you guys to check those two out for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I would
Yeah.
say, or some say this album fucks. Nobody says that. Sorry, Pete. Nobody says that.
But
Okay. Well, with that, fire for me. I have never heard them before. I agree. I think my oldest would love this and their style, so I definitely have to check them out. Have not heard the album, but I'm excited to listen more of them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely an album of the year contender for me. It's that good.
yeah.
okay.
And yeah, and they were pretty underground for a long time until their last album is when they kind of blew up, and you saw them like on Taco Bell ads and doing giant tours all over the country, and they played who's that fucking guy? Jimmy Kimmel or some shit. And yeah, they're definitely a very, very creative band. They actually made a movie that goes along with this new album. That I guess they got some type of award at like Sundance or some shit. And I have not watched it, but I've seen clips and it actually looks pretty interesting. But I guess the album plays in full throughout and it just
Oh,
has like
cool.
cool visuals and stuff. So who knows, maybe they'll put it on like streaming soon for everyone to watch. But yeah, cool. Fire is
Yeah,
all around for that
I
one.
like this list this month. It was
Yeah.
not, again, not no country on there, but
No
I thought
country.
there were some good songs. I mean, they weren't, granted, I gave Addison, and I already forgot the second person, Jaylene
Raven
Jay-
Lene.
Oh, right.
That
I was
one.
way
Way off.
it's way off. I mean, they were not horror. I don't know, just coming up from, I guess, last month. I think they were good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh?
they're inoffensive.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, and then you guys know I always like to give a quick little recommendation here at the end. This one is for all the heavy music hardcore lovers. We have Foghorn, who are from here, from the Bay Area. They classify themselves as RBS, which is real Bay shit.
Okay.
And they're,
I didn't
if
even know there
you,
was that type of
I know. What does that sound
rating
like?
or category.
oh, because they say it like 20 times in each song. But there's, if you guys know the hardcore genre, it's very straight hardcore, like tough guy, like go to the gym and pump some iron and then go to a show and punch your friends type situation.
Oh,
Okay.
So very straightforward, very fun. Like I said, they're from right here in the Bay, which is a big scene for the hardcore genre. These dudes are friends with a bunch of our friends. So yeah, if you guys are interested in something heavy today, check them out.
you said that and my ovaries just dried up.
Wait, what? The hardcore?
Yeah, like I don't want a part of that sausage fest. Nah.
Oh, we don't have to go. But maybe more sausage for the rest of us. No, but yeah, that's my rec for today.
Awesome.
Lucky, well, thank you.
Yes.
You totally had me laughing the entire time.
Thank you
From the
guys,
books to talking about these songs. Awesome, Flug. Thank you.
Yes.
No
Thank you
problem.
so much.
Thank you guys for having me. I'll see you guys next month. And then happy Pride Month, happy Juneteenth, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness. And just I hope everyone here finds a way to live peacefully amongst all of this chaos. Work on yourself. Stop believing that World War III is coming. World War III has been coming for the 30 years that I've been on this planet. Don't worry about it. We're all chilling and just enjoy life.
All right,
Awesome.
Flug.
Thanks, Flug.
Bye, Flug.
Thank you guys.
Talk to you next
Bye.
time.
All right.
All right, Marissa. That made my cheeks hurt, that whole segment.
I
from the book.
know.
I left a lot. From the books really were cracking me up.
I know.
I don't think I'm gonna get over milking for him.
I can't get past it. I can't.
I
Morning
might have
Glory.
nightmares. Huh?
I couldn't get past Morning Glory. You made it down to Morning. I couldn't get past Morning Glory. That was
Could you
wild.
imagine Morning Glory from a bull?
Oh fuck no.
That's gonna tear your shit up.
Nope.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I am good. No, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. As always, if you want to collaborate with us, if you want to jump on into one of these segments like we do with Fluggy or with Helen or any of our other co-hosts that we've had, please feel free to DM us. And our Instagram handle is
At I Hate It Here HQ.
awesome. Well, we will be back next Thursday at 7:30 with Helen.
For sure with Helen. God damn it.
Fingers crossed.
Helen. No,
Fingers
I
crossed.
told her, I'm like, put it in your calendar. And no, she knows she's gonna be on next week.
Okay.
She's been, like I told you, but sending me all these dirty emojis, and I am clutching at my invisible pearls. I sent you the least offensive one that she sent me. And
I felt uncomfortable. I was like,
I'm like, I can't look at emojis in the same light again.
never.
I'm like, stop it, Helen. I don't want to see this anymore. She probably would be all into all these 3 books.
Oh, she'd be like buying them tomorrow. So
yes,
love
I'm
that.
excited to see where her adventures have taken her the last couple months.
Yes.
She's busy with work, but girl, she's ditching us to go get dates, and she's like, I'm doing content for the show. And I'm like, stop saying that. We're not forcing you to go on these dates.
No. No.
We're in for a roller coaster ride next week. So we're probably just gonna get Helen right up on stage with us.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna take up the whole hour.
Yep.
But that being said, we've gone over the hour.
Yes.
We've held everybody hostage for children.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We'll catch you here next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Office gossip, printer jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa, your workplace queens, sharing nightmares straight from the scenes. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, but at least we can laugh through the tears. Erika and Marissa have seen it all, from cubicle fights to the bathroom stall balls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, from the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, from the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here, so grab a seat, it's horror premiere. Office gossip, printer jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa, your workplace queens, sharing nightmares straight from the scenes. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, but at least we can laugh through the tears.